Top of the morning to you. All this talk about having to be a good GM that floats about online is not very helpful, in my opinion. I have a few thoughts on this. First off, that's the last thing you should be focusing on when you are new to role playing. The only important thing is that you play the game. You can always improve your GMing skills over time. In fact, they will naturally grow as you play more games and learn through your own trial and error. That's what we did back in the day. There was no such thing as a dungeon tuber giving you advice, and who's to say that their advice is all that relevant anyway? These games are far more subjective than they are objective. Making mistakes is all part of the journey. You can always chat to your players along the way and ask them for some constructive criticism. And bear in mind that your players will likely having lots of fun regardless, even if you're not exactly the next Matt Mercer. And let's be honest here. Critical Role games feels like more stage plays than an actual RPG game to me, at least. But whatever floats your boat, right? So one should never think that they need to be good to run a game. That's simply misguided nonsense. Just get together with a few friends and have a blast, and when you make a mistake in a game, which you will, as we all did and still do, don't beat yourself up. Simply roll back and acknowledge your mistake and get back to the game. The time for self-analyses can all be done at a later stage. The important thing to grasp is for the new player or GM is that this is only a game where people should be having fun and certainly not worrying about their skill level at the early stages. As you play more games, you'll holistically improve. What you're really trying to cultivate here as a games master is your own style of play. So there's really no need to try and clone the way another GM plays the game at all. If you're watching a lot of Dungeon Tuber advice, then I suggest you take the bits you like and drop the rest while trying to focus on your own creativity. But don't ever feel like you have to be another clone of someone. RPGs thrive on an individual's own creativity and ideas. Another problem with listening to all this outside professional noise is that it can make some of the newer folks feel intimidated, and they may decide not to even try and run a game, which is not good for the hobby's longevity. But remember, all the best GMs you've seen and are ever likely to see were all beginners once who made tons of mistakes in the beginning. You're just now seeing their later stage GMing, aka the one that exists after all their trial and error. So why did I make this video? Well, that will be the subject of my next vid. So don't listen to the bullshit, forget the politics, and just enjoy your gaming. Your mental health will thank you for it as well as your players. Now for the obligatory YouTube mumbo jumbo begging. Please like, subscribe, and share. Thank you kindly. Sláinte PS. Oh, and again I apologize for sounding slightly American for some words. That's the voice cloning thing being creative or some shit. I wish it wouldn't, to be honest. But what can you do?